Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I want to go ahead and cover... So, here we have a brand new trailer of Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist, which was dropped today. A couple hours ago, just like very suddenly, which confirmed both the release date, as well as some really cool things about the game itself. What we're going to do today is I want to go ahead and watch the trailer. I've had a few days off of YouTube because I had some stomach problems, and honestly, it's still ongoing, so I'm trying to just kind of chill. Trying to not die, but we're gonna go ahead and pop into this because I actually am quite excited because Call to Exist is one of these games I've wanted to play it for a while. I've been excited for it. So they said it was gonna release in 2018, and then nothing happened, and it was confirmed for early 2019, and then we had a radio silence from December of 2018 all the way until now, of which we finally have confirmation toward the game itself and what they've been doing. So let's go ahead and get into watching. We're just going to try and get through it all first, and then we'll talk about what actually is confirmed inside it in a sec as well. God, I'm so excited for, like, endgame Tokyo Ghoul gameplay. Ah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so cool. There's some Black Reaper gameplay, some high saves. We got a little bit of a Juzo here. Every single one of these models seems to be re-invoke models, but also like slightly altered in terms of lighting. But it's not quite working from what I'm seeing. It's very rocky. There's such cool ass shit inside here though. Seeing like Tokyo Ghoul action in full motion like this is quite cool, because we don't really have this in any other game. Even stuff like War Rage and Call to and Re-Invoke, it just doesn't have this style of wow to it. Here we have Recollections, which should be something. Multiplayer, which confirms create a character, which is quite cool. Online co-op, matchmaking, survival, and ranking. And finally, Tokyo Ghoul we have the confirmation of the release date, which is November 15th, 2019, over here in the Americas, which is quite cool. I also noticed, so the JP trailer has a confirmation where there's going to be pre-order bonuses of all the different Quink's masks, as well as Kaneki's outfit and mask. That isn't here in the actual English trailer, so I don't know for me getting it, but it is there. Actually, I can go and check that here. Yeah, so you can see here, the actual JP does have a pre-order bonus of like 5 different masks, as well as an outfit and a mask. So I don't know if we can get that over here in the Americas, but it should be quite cool. What we're going to do right now, I want to go through and kind of break this down one by one, because there's so many small details I want to go ahead and talk about. So let's pop in and start from the beginning. First shot immediately. Kaneki doesn't have his endgame Kagune. His big cross thing that comes out behind him does not pop up here, and I don't know why. I don't know why he doesn't have it when he's walking up toward Furuta, and I hope to God we actually get an adaptation of it, and we don't just not get him whatsoever, because that would suck. But he's definitely confirmed to be inside the game, and that means that these invoke quality models are definitely going to be going all the way until the end of the series. I wonder what the actual, like, Kakuja Furuta is going to look like. It's going to be quite cool. But going into this, we may not be stylish, but live. You can see here, so we have some Black Reaper gameplay, which actually seems to feature both the non-Kagune and the Kagune version of his actual combat. So I'm seeing here, it seems to be every character has 2 different attack buttons. Their normal attack, which is going to be, for Quinks, it's going to be their slashes with their actual Quinke, or if it's going to be like Juzo, for example, he seems to have Scorpion as his normal attacks. But whenever you use your heavy attacks seem to be Kagunes. So like Black Reaper had the Kagune swinging around there, that Heisei had it. There seems to be like a shoot button on I imagine R1, which seems quite cool. Here, if we actually watch Juzo a little bit, so you can see here, Juzo is currently using Scorpion here. You can see Scorpions fly out to the sides and over toward the other characters around the sides there. And in a moment, you can see Juzo, upon pressing the other button, summons Jason here in like a flash of light and starts comboing. So it seems like we're going to have normal attack, strong attack, and then R1, which is pretty basic Dynasty Warriors, but having triangle be your other style of combo is quite cool. Quinks battle using both your Quinkei and Kagune, meaning every single Quinks character is going to have both inside their actual kits here. You can see Urie here doing the thing. It also seems like they'll all have specials like that. So like Mutsuki's is the slash forward and then Kagune outs. Psycho's is the big slam. Cool. Battle with superhuman powers in Kagune, so it seems to have just normal punches and shoot. And every character seems to have their own special stuff. Like Takizawa has an explosion here for some reason. And here I actually noticed this. So Amon, he has Kura right now. He has like the flat end Kura. It also says CCG battle using Quinkei and several throwing weapons. But when you see here, when he uses his actual strong attack, it changes into the big meat pole Dojima. So from Kura to Dojima doesn't really make sense unless that's the fact that they're trying to confirm his normal attacks are going to be the slower or the faster Kura, and his heavy attacks are going to be his actual Dojima. I'm down for it personally, but I don't know. Doesn't quite make sense. Here you can see Juzo's throwing his actual knives all the way around. I'm just having a good time with it. Arima's using his Narukami here. Single player mode recollections. So this kind of killed my hype a little bit for the game. So the main story is going to be nothing, at least, okay, not nothing, because I can't actually assume that, but it seems to be the story is going to be watching a visual novel of the anime screenshots to get between each different level, which is not a great sign, especially because if they're only using anime screenshots, that means that the thing I was most excited for inside this game would have been the entirety of Season 2's content. Meaning, I would love to see the battles between Kaneki and Arima round 1, and the Ainu speech. I would love to see Shachi versus Kaneki inside that version as well. The Shinohara Half-Kuja Kaneki would be quite cool. But unless they start using the Route A screenshots, they couldn't actually adapt this in any meaningful way. Meaning we might just get Season 1, Season 2, and then Season 1 and 2 of Re as well, which is super, super lame. I'm hoping for the best, but from what I'm seeing here, it just seems to be one-to-one visual novel with anime screenshot, which is quite lame. But here we actually have some confirmation. So we have Urie, we have Shirazu, we have Mutsuki, and we have Heisei here, of which all have 5 medkits. And it seems to be just a co-op mission to try and go through things. So this means that it's probably going to be a similar style to Freedom Wars, for example, or like Monster Hunter, where you kind of get into a room with 4 different people, hop into a mission, do it all together, choose a character, and just kind of do what you want to. So it should work out pretty well. Here you can see a couple of boss fights where you fight against the One-Eyed Owl, which seems to be the one from Season 2, or the end of Season 1 of Re. So the Heisei versus Owl battle here. And toward the end here, actually seems quite cool with the like swings and stuff. He actually turns into the other awakened form with Ghoul Heisei. Multiplayer survival mode. So here we have a couple more confirmations here. So we're going to have ghouls, quinks, and we're going to have CCG, of which have class, gender, voice, hairstyle, mask, and outfit. So these are all like the masks. The outfits only seem to have 4 different types, and it also says quinks on the top here. So I imagine everyone can choose between, I guess it would be ghoul, one-eyed ghoul, or CCG as like your 3 main class typings. But here we can actually see, you can see like their weapons themselves. You get to choose basically any Quinke or any Kagune in the entirety of the actual series. You can see Tsunagi's here, which is the nice little basic sword that Urie and Shirazu have. Ginkui, which is going to be the Noro Kagune. You have Demon Yamada, which is like the one from our buddy old pal Shinohara. Chishe. So basically any single Kagune you can choose inside the series should work for this. And it should be quite cool. Here we have like the Rinkaku, Kokaku, Ukaku, and Bikaku, which you can actually choose between the different weapons as well. There's also primary weapon and secondary weapon in here additionally. You don't actually get confirmations of the secondary weapons either, but that's quite cool. Online play, online matchmaking, survival, and ranking. So I don't personally think I'm going to do any of the like the ranking stuff, but it seems rad. There's a lot of small things inside this game which seems like they could be fun and fleshed out mechanics, but it's me curious to see how they kind of all work together. I'm excited. This is going to be a real good time. I'm actually going to get it on PC no matter what, so that's kind of my confirmation here. I'm just curious, is there any other things we can get out of this here with the creative character? That's actually the thing I'm excited for the most here, probably. Yeah, it just seems to be very basic stuff, but it's very sudden. There's a lot of fun stuff here, though. Also seems to be something called skills, which actually might just be, like, I imagine there might be levels inside this game, right? I don't personally know how it's going to end up working, but I imagine you're probably going to have levels for your actual character to upgrade them, kind of put stats into them, and try and upgrade them to make them better. So, makes a lot of sense to me. For now, though, Call to Exist is going to be a very exciting game. I'm definitely going to try and pick it up on PC and kind of have some streams of it and have a good time with it. But it seems like it could be a very, very fun experience. The difficulty is, after all this time, and after all this build-up and stuff, it's hard for me to get excited about this. Naturally, all of these screenshots seem rad and great, but come November, it seems like a lot of the earlier models in development seem to have a lot more detail into them. So, for example, all the actual Queen Squad members seem to have, like, very fleshed out models and very, like, fancy lighting, and they're good to go. But when you look at this first shot here, and you see these models of, like, what looks like a weird like, if I looked at this, and I saw this, like, randomly in a screenshot somewhere, I would think this is MMD. And it's not the comfiest in the world. Especially going over to this shot of Furuta here. He doesn't look great. So I'm wondering if like the first half of Season 1 is going to be highly detailed, and like the rest of the actual series going into Season 2 is going to look kind of like this. It would make a lot of sense to me, unfortunately, so we'll see. For right now, though, Call to Exist is definitely coming out soon, and all this is just going to be speculation until November for right now, but I'm going to grab my pre-order here over on Steam. Definitely try and pick this up. Everything looks very exciting. I'm just trying to think of, like, what do I need from this game to make it good? So, personally, I would need quite a few missions. I would need to have, like, interesting boss fights against characters such as Hafukucha Kaneki. Owl Eto is obviously confirmed already. I would love to have an Arima boss fight. It'll just be curious as to how they make a battle system that seems like mostly Dynasty Warriors into a fun co-op experience. Because it's very just mash over and over inside a lot of the other games inside the genre itself, which is quite curious. But we'll see. For right now, though, I'm excited. And I guess I'll see you guys next time when we go ahead and check this out for the first time over in November. For right now, though, Call to Exist is looking quite good. And what do you guys find to be the most exciting part of this actual game and what they're kind of putting down here? Personally, I would say my biggest hope right now is any Season 2 or non-Route A content to get adapted. I'd love to get a boss fight against Arima from round 1 and get the Ainu speech in there somehow. I would love to see Season 2 done some more justice in terms of like their map building and kind of what they're doing there. I want to have fancier cutscenes, and I'm hoping they actually adapt these cutscenes as something more fun than just dialogue on a screen than boss fight, because that is not nearly enough for me to be excited personally. But it's all speculation, unfortunately, from this actual trailer. For now, though, thank you for watching this episode of Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist. I'll see you guys another time, and bye for now. Take it easy, everybody.